Hi, welcome, Debs Cooper, global stressologist. Oh, I think we're working. Fantastic! Yay, we've got it. We've got it live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, what a goodie! What a goodie we're going to be dealing with today because this is. I think I say this each time. This is really common, and today I'm going to share with you about the hidden cost of constantly holding it all together. Oh, even just the word constantly, because it feels like constantly. Now, this is what it felt like for me for the last 6 months. So, this is not only a video for you to look at and evolve from, but this was really me in the last 6 months, and it's been heavy. It's been heavy. So, I want to let you know you're human to start with. So, let me know if you're here watching a replay, if you're here live. Although I don't even know if I can still see this now, so we'll run with whatever we've got today. But grab your note-taking device because it is a goodie. It is a goodie. But first, thank you for joining me on today, which is my birthday. Just drop that one in there straight away. But first, I want to talk about something that many of us actually wear, and when I say it feels like a badge of honor, that's what it's felt like for me, being the strong one. I've got to get through, I've got to get through, I've got to get through. And you know the person. It could be yourself, it could be someone else, but it's the one that everyone relies on. Let me stop those notifications from coming in because that is going to bug the heck out of me. There we go. It's the one that everyone relies on, and it's the people who keep showing up and they keep giving and they say, yep, I'm fine, even when they're actually exhausted. Now, it might be you. It might be you. Or it might be somebody else you know. And I guarantee, as I was saying that, you already know if it's you. There might be aspects of you. You might not be a 10 out of 10 for this, but you might be a little bit less, wherever that is for you. But it's things that we do as we think about things and we go, oh, just get this done. Once it's done, I can rest. Or everyone needs me. Or I don't have time to fall apart because there's so much going on. We know those ones. And the challenge is when I think about this, is that we're actually holding everything together, but forgetting about there's a hidden cost in there. Now, when I say a hidden cost, it's actually not that hidden because people can see it. People can see through us more than often. Sometimes we can see through ourselves. But you start to feel like you've lost yourself, and you can become resentful, or your health can suffer, or relationships can feel strained, anything like that comes through. So I'm gonna explore the ways that I have used the last 6 months for me, and still continuing to use, because I want to let you know I'm still in that work of progress as a human being, but it's actually helping me lighten my load for that. So I'm just going to have a drink of a little water as I feel I'm talking very quickly. So the first one is I want you to look at what goes on here, excuse me, in here. And this is your internal dialogue. I want you to think about that. So what happens is we say things like, it's easier to do it myself, or you can feel guilty when resting. Any of those things, or this is one of the ones I found was I felt if I asked for help, it was a sign of weakness because I should know better. Ouch. Yeah, it still occasionally pops into my head for those things. So you can think about all these things. You can juggle work, you can juggle family life, you can do all this. And when someone offers to help, you just go, no, I'm fine, I can do this. But really, you're actually exhausted and resentful, and I'm going to say also unseen, because you're forgetting that someone can actually see you. So these are the tips I'm going to give you just alone of how to deal with this internal dialogue. I want you to become aware of your repeated thoughts that create that pressure. I want you to become aware of your repeated thoughts that create that pressure, because they are repeated. They're not just a one and done. They're a one and done, and then they're a two and done, and then they're a three and done, and then they're not done, and they just keep repeating. So I want you to think about what that is that keeps repeating into you. Then when you know what it is, I want you to go, is this belief absolutely true? I think this is actually one that I give every Facebook live. I think it is. Is this belief actually true? And when I say belief, because it's a belief because you think it's a belief, but is it actually true? And then I want you to replace, I have to do everything with, I can prioritize what matters most. I can prioritize what matters most. And then the other one is, I don't actually have it here, is journal. Journal. Now you can type it into your notes on your computer, but I personally find there's a little bit of changing in your pattern in your brain when you're handwriting. So handwrite those things down. And your brain dump. So journal those recurring thoughts, and you'll see the patterns if you can't hold on to your head, which I actually encourage you to journal it, because when you journal it, it just comes out of your head and it's like a brain dumping. Just make sure that people can't read your journal, because if you do start sharing things in there about certain things and someone reads it, they don't know what's really going on, and it could just be you offloading and you feel better and someone else sees it. So when you journal, heads up, be cautious of those around you that if they're going to read that. And when I talked about the repeated thoughts about, it's easier to do it myself, etc., etc., I want you to go to yourself and I want you to speak to yourself with the same love and compassion and heart you would offer a friend. Speak to yourself internally or externally about the same love and heartfelt and compassion that you would offer a friend. Because those things just will then help you shift what goes on in here. Now, the next one is how to identify what is yours to carry. Because sometimes we carry things from other people. Yeah, we carry things, we take what there is, we rub it all on ourselves, and next thing you know, we're sick because they've got their whatever and we've taken it on board. So I want you to identify it's actually what's truly yours to carry. So you can solve problems that others are capable of solving, or you feel responsible for keeping everyone happy, or you step in before anyone has an opportunity to grow. All of those things happen, and when they happen, what happens is you start to get resentful because you feel you're doing more than everyone else. Pretty simple. So the resolution tips for this is, whose responsibility is this? You're going to ask yourself, whose responsibility? Is this mine? Is this my partner's? Is this my boss's? Is this a work colleague? Whose responsibility is this? And that alone will ground you straight away to go, okay, actually, I can see a bit of this. And when you do that, I want you to allow others to experience, if I could say, natural consequences. Consequences just sounds such a harsh word. But you're going to allow others to experience natural consequences, meaning if they don't get it done, then that's their stuff, not yours. Or if they do it a different way, that's their stuff, not yours. So I'm talking about natural consequences, not a-hole consequences that's going to happen. I also want you to set healthy boundaries without guilt. I want you to set healthy boundaries without guilt. And I want you to know that remember that when you support something or somebody, it's different from rescuing. Try and separate the rescue from supporting. And what does that look like for you? Everyone is different for that. So if we don't rescue people, we actually support them. What can I do to support you? What would you like me to do? And ask those questions for whatever that is. And I want you to give people the honor and the dignity to learn and grow from their own experiences. Don't minimize other people's experiences in this. Just let me check to see if this is actually my sound is fully working. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, just had to check on that. Okay. Oh, yay, I can see somebody. Hi, Adrian. Hi, from Wollongong, New South Wales. Woohoo! And I'm in New Zealand, so we'll just see what the weather's like over there. That's exciting. I can actually see when people message now. That's been a process. Anyway. Don't take people off this. Don't strip people of their dignity, is what I was saying. The next one I want to talk about is actually how to receive support. And you're going to practice receiving support. Now, as I say this, I can feel my body going, no, Deborah, this was the hardest for you. Yes, it was. I'm looking at you in the camera. Yes, it was. This was the hardest. So we have to practice receiving support. And so what tends to happen is, oh, I don't want to be a burden to somebody, or you struggle to delegate, or you feel uncomfortable getting compliments or anybody's help or anything, or anything anything like that. And this can throw you out. So I want you to start accepting small offers of help. Just little small offers of help. And I want you to delegate one task this week. One task that is on your list to do that you're going to send to somebody else and ask them to do. Just one task. It doesn't have to be a huge task, it doesn't have to be a small task, just one. One. And you're going to start with this week. Then you're going to start the next day, and then the next day. And just one day, every day, I want you to delegate one task. Whether it is, can you make the bed for me, please, today, honey? Can you do the dishes? Just one thing or something. Or can you do this, or can you just drop the kids, whatever that is, just delegate one. But start with one this week, and then just move to daily. And I want you to recognize that receiving allows others to contribute and grow. Because when I ask someone for help and they say, yeah, I'd like to help them, that lights me up. I love it. If they say no, I'm like, I can really do with helping you because I can see you're stuck. Now, we don't want to take that away from people. So this allows others to feel part of your journey, and it is for them to contribute and grow. So recognize that when we have others who do that, that lights them up as well. And if you're going to be a king or a queen, or you're going to be somebody who's strong, you must give and receive. You must give and receive. It is not a one-way thing. You can't just give, and you can't just receive. So if you're going to be that fierce leader that you want to be in whatever role you're in, you must be able to give and receive. That is a strong leader in this world. And we want you to ask for support before you reach that breaking point, because that breaking point is a humbling place to be. It's a humbling place to be. The next one I'm going to give you is to create intentional moments of restoration. Now, when I talk about create intentional moments of restoration, there's a couple of words in there. Create, there's intentional, and there's moments, and there's restoration. So create means let's do something new. Intentional means let's set that intention for you. Moments mean it doesn't have to be something so long. It can just be a moment, a split second. And restoration is a revigorate. So just create intentional moments of restoration. Because what can happen is we've had a big sleep, and you wake up and you feel tired because you're thinking about your day ahead, or you say I'm too busy, or the activities that even the glitter bomb activities that you're doing, you don't enjoy anymore. And what can happen is you can start feeling numb or disconnected, and you just start moving step by step, and you start going through the process without actually stopping to have a good look. So I want you to think about this. I want you to schedule that restoration into your calendar first. Schedule that restoration into your calendar first. And I want you to take micro breaks throughout the day, whatever that looks like. I want you to spend time doing what you love. I want you to protect that non-negotiable self-care ritual. Non-negotiable is the key here. Self-care ritual. And I want you to recognize that rest is actually not selfish, it's productive. It's what we do. Now, they talk about nana naps, but I actually think they've changed them to power naps. And so a power nap is regenerating yourself. That's all it is. And if it takes you an hour to power nap, or if it takes you longer, anything like that, then that's where you're going to go. So whether it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever that is, just know that those naps are actually productive, not selfish. Now, you don't have to go to sleep. You can also just sit outside for 5 minutes and have a drink of whatever you want to drink with that. Just know that is part of your productivity. It's not selfish. And I really want to drum that one in. Don't take things personally. It's just a standard one that comes up all the time when I think about how we all hold it together. Don't take things personally, because when you're taking things personally, it can actually be a real cluster fudge that you go on. Because what can happen is you can replay all those conversations that you've had from the night before or yesterday, or somebody says something, go, oh, you look tired today, and you think, oh, always mean to me. Any of that stuff, you get upset by someone just giving you their truth that they see. And also know that you just assume that other people's behavior is about you, and you start taking it personally. So I want you to think about this. I want you to pause before creating a story about someone else's behavior. Pause before creating a story about someone else's behavior. I want you to remember that people see life through their own values. People see life through their own values, their own experiences, and their own challenges. And I want you to ask a question. Well, actually, more than ask a question. Ask questions rather than make assumptions. So you're going to remind yourself what others say and do is more about them than me. What others say and do is more about them than me. Start looking at it. Start listening to people and start going, oh, I know what's going on in their world, so this is specifically happening. So I want you to choose, this is a great one. I want you to choose curiosity over judgment. Curiosity over judgment. Choose that curiosity over judgment. So you're curious about it. Don't get into their lane. Don't get into their lane. This is their lane. This is their stuff. But then you're not going into judgment, and you're taking ownership of yourself and your own emotions in that. The next one, well, we know it's going to go on here. We know I'm going to say do more glitter bombs and do what lights you up. You know that's going to happen. So when I think about the signs of this, is it just feels like life is one long to-do list. You can't even see the end of the tunnel, wherever that's going to be. Life feels like it's just ongoing. You feel flat, you feel uninspired, disconnected. Everything feels, I'm just going to say, so serious and heavy. I look outside and I just look at this beautiful surroundings I've got, and I just think how blessed I am to be currently in the South Island, seeing the view around me. And it's those things that can change you. So I want you to think about activities or that energize and inspire you. Make a list of them. I want you to do at least one glitter bomb activity every day. One glitter bomb activity every day. And I want you to look at your surroundings, and I want you to change your surroundings if you need to. You know, go sit outside or sit in a different spot or drink from a different cup or whatever that is. But change the surroundings around you. You know, if it's your clothes, change your top. If it's anything like that, whatever that is going on for you, put that glitter bomb in, because you're going to give yourself permission. You're going to give yourself permission to experience that spark without having to do anything to earn it. Now, when I say to do anything, you're actually here alive. That's what you're doing. So don't go, oh, when I do this, I'm going to reward myself with this. Reward it now. Why wait till you've done it? Reward it now, because we want you to experience that beautifulness without having to, oh, I get a reward to do this. And so I want you to celebrate every win, small, medium, big, whatever it is, and meaningful moments. And just know that when we talk about this, this glitter, I want you to know that glitter fuels your resilience, because when you are fueled with when you're fueled with glitter, things that come to you in chaos are not chaos anymore. And you know, one of my favorite ones, you know this here. When you isolate, when you're struggling, I should be able to handle this myself. I should have known better. You really share what's going on. All of those feelings that are going on. There's someone to talk to. You know who that is? Yeah, that's me. So when I think about, oh, what's going on here? I need to know what's going on here. So when I think about this here, I don't even know what's going on. When I think about what's going on here, I don't know what recently just happened to my screen. When I think about this, I want you to think about me doing this for you. I'm here for you all the way. Even though it's just happened here. All my settings have just gone crazy. I'll just keep talking. So when I just want you to know that I'm here. I want you to reach out to me before you feel desperate. I want you to talk honestly with me. Just say, this is what it is. I want you to get online and listen to my podcast, listen to my old videos, jump on YouTube, whatever that is. But just know that you may feel vulnerable. You may feel vulnerable, but just know that that vulnerability actually creates a connection. That vulnerability creates that connection for you. And remember, when you ask for support, this is actually a sign of courage, not weakness. This is a sign of courage, not weakness. When I think about the hidden costs of constantly holding it together, there's definitely one thing I'd love you to take away today in this. Being strong doesn't mean carrying everything alone. Being strong does not mean carrying everything alone. And true strength is knowing what is yours to hold and what you need to let go of. You don't have to prove your worth by exhausting yourself. You don't have to earn rest. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to have it all together at all. You don't have to have it all together at all. So this week, I'm inviting you to ask yourself, what am I carrying that I no longer need to? What am I carrying that I no longer need to? Because sometimes the bravest thing we do is put something down. The bravest thing we do is put something down. So in saying that, I want to thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for watching it through to the end. What am I carrying that I no longer need to? I would love to see that in the chat. What is that thing that you're carrying that you no longer need to? And I'm signing off for today on the hidden cost of constantly holding it all together on my birthday. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Thank you for being part of this. I will see you on the flip side. Bye.